Chinese students, welcome back. Today we will study chapter number 4, the rat trap. And since all the important points we have already discussed, so today we are going to begin the explanation of this chapter, the rat trap. So first of all, I am going to share the story with you on your screen. Now see, students, here is the story. As I have already told in previous class that this you have to take care of, that this story means a belief that the essential goodness in human being can be awakened through understanding and love. So this is the theme of the story, and we find here that it is a universal appeal, and through this chapter the author wants to convey as the essential goodness in human being can be never dies. It can be awakened through love and understanding. And here in this story, Miss Edla will mention, who is the daughter of Iron Master. She awakens the basic goodness of the peddler, that who had stolen 30 kroner, that money, from the crafter's house, but later on with the good behavior, good, friendly, kind behavior and hospitality of Edla will mention, he becomes a gentleman and he returned that money. So in this way, that essential goodness had never died in him, though means because of the circumstances that he became a thief, he had stolen that money, but later on when it was his goodness has been awakened by Edla will mention, then once again that essential goodness which was lying in him, which lies in every human being, that can be awakened through understanding love, which was given by Edla, and then he becomes a gentleman. And this is the theme of the story. Let us begin the explanation of the story. Now these are the key words, students, means I'll explain these words wherever they come here in your story, but you keep this you should also separately, if you don't know the meaning of these words, you can write that separately. Otherwise, when I am going to explain, so at that time you underline those words, and when I tell the meaning, you can write. Now let us see that once upon a time there was a man who went around selling small rat traps of wire. Once upon a time, that's why it is said that the story has been told somewhat in a fairy tale manner. This is because of its beginning, and the author begins like a fairy tale this story, and says that once upon a time there was a man who went around selling small rat traps of wire. There was a man that who was alone, who was homeless, and he used to sell small rat traps of wire by going door to door, and he made them himself at odd moments from the material he got by begging in the stores or at the big firms. And how he was making that rat traps of wire, rat traps, you know, that is then equipment which is used to trap rats, and a piece of a piece of cheese, a piece of bread, a piece of pork, put inside it, and whenever any rat comes, uh, and it is lured, it is tempted, attracted towards the piece of cheese or bread, that is called bait. And whenever he was attracted towards it, whenever it comes to have it, then it is trapped. That is called rat trap. And that rat trap, this man, the peddler, used to sell going door to door, and which he made them himself at the odd moments. And whenever he gets time, he used to make those rat traps himself from the material he got by begging in the stores. And how he was managing those materials to make rat traps, either he managed those materials by begging in the stores or at the big farms. He used to go to the stores, and stores, shops, and big farms, and he begged in this way, that he used to collect the materials for making his rat traps. But even so, the business was not especially profitable, even after doing such a hard work, that his business of selling rat trap was not very profitable. So he had to resort to both begging and petty thievery to keep uh, body and soul together. To keep body and soul together, it is a phrase, and it means to survive. And even so, even after doing such a hard work, his business was not profitable. So he had to resort, and he was forced to both to begging and petty thievery. He was doing a little thievery, means he was stealing. He was not only begging. Apart from begging, he was also stealing something. For what? To keep his body and soul together, to survive, so that he can survive. And even so, his clothes were in rags, and even after doing such a hard work, that he was wearing a torn clothes, rags, torn old clothes. His cheeks were sunken, means he was not looking healthy. His cheeks were sunken, he looked that unhealthy, and hunger gleamed in his eyes, and then that he was suffering from hunger. Means after doing such a hard work, that he was unable to manage 2 time meal properly for himself. Now, no one can imagine how sad and monotonous life can appear to such a vagabond. Vagabond means wanderer, who wanders from one place to another. So no one can imagine, even it was unimaginable, that how sad and monotonous means how sad and dull life can appear to such a vagabond. Means he was leading, even after doing such a hard work, he was leading a very dull, sad, and monotonous life. Who plods along the road, who used to plots, means who keep on walking every day. And plots means tiredly, he was walking tiredly along the road, and left to his own meditations. And sometime since he was alone, he kept on walking to sell his rat traps. So sometimes he was lost in his own meditation, in his own thoughts. But one day, this man had fallen into a line of thought. But one day, what happened? That it was quite surprising that one day this man, means the peddler, rat trap seller, had fallen into a line of thought. Means he struck by a deep thought, and which really seemed to him entertaining, and which was quite entertaining for him. The thought which came in his mind all of a sudden, it was quite entertaining, quite joyful for him. What was the thought? Let us see. he had naturally been thinking of his rat traps. One day what happened, that naturally that he was thinking about his rat traps, and when suddenly that he was struck by the idea, and then all of a sudden that he got an idea, he hit by an idea, that now what is that idea, what is that, philosophical thought that all of a sudden he was hit by. So that is the by the idea that the whole the whole world about him the whole world about him, the whole world with its lands and seas, its cities, villages, was nothing but a big rat trap. He got a, that a big philosophical thought. He is struck by the big philosophical idea, and that he was not very qualified, not very much educated, less educated. He was a poor vagabond who was struggling for his survival, but all of a sudden he got such a big idea, such a big philosophical idea. What is it? The whole world with its lands, the whole world which has its lands, seas, cities and villages, such beautiful things, was nothing but a big rat trap. He compared this whole world with a big rat trap. Means he used a metaphor of rat trap for this whole world. And it had never existed, and further he says, he thought that it had never existed for any other purpose than to set a bait. Now remember students, the three things are important: rat trap, the second thing is bet. Bet means means something to eat, like a piece of pork, a piece of cheese, a piece of bread, something to attract someone or something, that is called bait. And what we call in Hindi chara, that is the bait. And it had never existed, means he thought that means the world which is full of seas, cities, villages, lands, it has not been existed for any other reason rather than to set a bait for people, to set a bait for a people, to attract a people, to set all these things, villages, cities, seas, these things are available here on the earth just to attract the people towards it. And it offered riches and joys. Now important thing students, what this world offered to the human being to attract them. So it is here that it offered riches, joys, shelter and food, heat and clothing, exactly as, now see student, this is important, that's why please underline this. And it offered means the world offers riches and joys, that prosperity, wealth and joys, happiness, shelter and food, heat and clothing. And exactly as the rat trap offered cheese and pork. Cheese and pork. Pork means a piece of flesh of pig, which is put inside the rat trap to attract the rat. And that's why that he says that this world offered riches, joy, shelter, food, heat and clothing, exactly as a rat trap offered cheese and pork. And as soon as any human being let himself be tempted, attracted, lured towards to touch this bait, it closed on him, and then everything came to an end. And that people are, if even he means to say that people that who does some crime, something wrong, either because of rich, more riches, more wealth, more, in order to get more joy, in order to get shelter, food, uh, or anything like this, and that's why they are compelled to do something wrong in order to lead more luxurious life. That if their extra need is not fulfilled, that human being wants to earn a little bit more money, and they start doing something wrong, and whenever they do something wrong, they are trapped, they are caught, and then everything is over and their trouble started. And it closed on him, and then everything came to an end, like the rat, that whenever it goes to have the piece of cheese or pork which was put inside the rat trap to attract him, and whenever it goes to have it, then it is trapped inside the rat trap. Same condition is human being, means he had compared the rat trap with the world. Remember student, these three things if you have understood, then whole idea will be clear to you, that the peddler has compared this whole world with the rat trap, and the bet with the shelter, food, clothing, riches, joys, and human being with a rat, and touched the bait, and it closed on him, and then everything came to an end. Now let us see that what he says further. The world had of course never been very kind to him, and definitely the behavior of the people towards him was never good. So that people of the world, since he was a poor fellow, so that people of the world were never kind to him, and so it gave him unwanted joy to think ill of it. So naturally it used to give unusual joy, happiness to him, to the peddler, when he thinks ill, bad of the people, because people never showed kindness towards him, and that's why he was also thinking ill of the people, bad about the people. And to think bad about the people, he was enjoying that moment a lot, and it became a cherished pastime. And that's why it says that it says it is said that it became a cherished favorite pastime for the peddler. And during many dreary ploddings, dreary means tired walkings, to think of people he knew who had let themselves be caught in the dangerous snare, and of others who were still circling around the bed. And whenever he was thinking that people that who have already been caught, who are already suffering, and to be caught in the dangerous snare means, if in order to get something more, they started doing something wrong, and because of that they have already caught, and their trouble started, they have started suffering. And others who were still circling around the bait, and he was also thinking about some other people. He was thinking about those people that who have already suffering, already in trouble, and there are other people that who are also moving around towards the bait, and very soon in future they will also be caught in the dangerous snare of the world. Means like he was suffering, he was struggling, and he was suffering, that he also enjoyed that whenever he find any of the people of the world suffer, so he enjoys that moment. And one dark evening, as he was strolling along the road, he caught sight of a little grey cottage by the roadside. What happened that one day, one dark evening, as uh, he was stressing along the the road, he caught sight of a little grey cottage while he was walking through the road tiredly, because he became tired, so he was walking, tiredly. uh, in the way that he caught a sight of a grey cottage, there was a grey cottage. He saw that there was a grey cottage on the roadside, by the roadside. And he knocked on the door. He went there and knocked at the door to ask shelter for the night, because he was homeless. He was alone and homeless person, so he used to, throughout the day, he used to sell his rat traps, going door to door. And whenever it starts getting dark, then he asked for the shelter. And that day also it was getting dark, so he went there. He saw there was a cottage by the roadside, and he went there, knocked the door, and asked for the requested for the stay for the night. Nor was he refused, and he was not refused. Instead of the sour faces which ordinarily met him, the owner, who was an old man without wife or child, was happy to get someone to talk to in his loneliness. And then this time, generally, that instead of sour faces, generally uh, he got the sour faces, unpleasant faces. Means generally, whenever he was asking for the shelter, he was not giving shelter by the people. And uh, but this time it happened, the owner of the house cottage, who was an old man without wife or without child, means he was also living alone in his house, and he was happy to get someone to talk. Means he got a company, he was happy to get a company of someone, so that he can talk to him, and in this way that he can remove his loneliness for some while. So immediately he, it means he had given him shelter. He allowed him to stay at his home, and immediately he put the porridge pot on the fire and gave him supper. And immediately, when means he welcomed, not only welcomed him, rather that he had also, immediately put a porridge, that something he prepared, a supper he prepared for him, means he had given him food also. And then he carved off such a big slice from his tobacco, and then he cut off, a big slice from his tobacco roll, and it was enough for both strangers' pipe and his own, and which was sufficient for both of them to smoke. Means he had not gone, he was so generous, the crafter, the old man, who was also living lonely, he was so generous that he had not only given him shelter, rather he had also given him food, provided him that tobacco to smoke. And uh, in this way they shared their feelings throughout the night. They talked with each other. And finally he got an old pack of cards and played mazoles. Mazoles means a kind of game which is played with the cards. And not only that, rather he entertained him by playing cards with him, and with his guest until bedtime. Till bedtime both of them played the cards. Means he showed, the crafter, the old man had showed a good hospitality toward this man, towards the peddler, rat trap seller. Now let us see what happened after that. The old man the old man was just as generous with his confidences as with his porridge and tobacco. And the old man had a lot of faith. He was not only generous, not rather he was generous with confidence also. He had a lot of confidence also on the uh, peddler, rat trap seller. The guest was informed at once that in his days of prosperity, once he was a very prosperous person. The guest was informed means the crofter told the rat trap seller, his guest, that once he used to be a prosperous uh, man, prosperous farmer. uh, Prosperity, his host, had been a crafter, means he was that man who had given him shelter, who was a crafter at Ramso Iron Works, iron mill, iron factory. And he told him that once while he was young, that he was working at the Ramso Iron Works as a crafter, as a small farmer, and had worked on the land, and he used to work on the land in the Ramso Iron Mill. Now that he was no longer able to do day labor, and now because he had become so old that he is unable to uh, do the hard work at the farm, so it was his cow which supported him. And so that's why he has got a cow as a pet, and that the cow has a huge support to him. Yes, that Bozy means that cow was extraordinary, and he told that his cow is an extraordinary cow, and she could give milk for the creamery every day. And last month he had received all of 30 kroner. Remember, student, this 30 kroner has played very important role. It has been set as a bet. And then she could give he further told him that his cow could give him milk, and that milk he sold to the creamery. And in the last month he had received all of 30 kroner in payment, and as a last month payment he had received 30 kroner from the creamery. The stranger must have seemed incredulous, unbelievable. Means it seemed that a stranger, the peddler, did not believe what he said. That by selling the cow milk, by selling the milk of cow, that he could receive 30 kroner, because 30 kroner was a big amount of money for him, for peddler, for such a person that who was so poor. uh, for him that 30 kroner was a big money. So that's why it seemed that he seemed to be incredulous. He did not believe what his host told him. And for the old man got up and went to the window, took down a leather pouch which hung on a nail in the very window frame, and picked out three wrinkled 10 kroner, that is the Swedish currency. And then when he realized that peddler is not going to believe on him, so he went to the window. He got up and went to the window, took down a leather pouch which was hanging there on the nail, and near the window frame, and picked out three wrinkled 10 kroner bills and three notes, each one of 10 kroner. It was kept. So he took out from the pouch those 30 kroner, three 10 kroner notes, and this he held up before the eyes of his guest. And he did that. He took out that money from the pouch in front of the eyes of the guest, eyes of the peddler, and nodding knowingly, and then stuffed them back into the pouch. And he showed those 30 kroners money to him, to the peddler, and after that he put that money back into the pouch which was hanging in the window frame. So it was, remember students, it was like 30 kroner money. It was a big money. He might have never seen that much money altogether. So he was a poor wanderer. For him it was kept there near the window. So he might have thought about that 30 kroner as a bet. Later on in this story we will try to know this. And those, if there is any question which are related to the today's paragraphs, you can easily do the answer of those questions. I think we should stop here, students, and we will continue with this story in our next class. And till then, thank you and have a good day to all of you.